All right, man. I know we've been getting the mess. We've been in a lot of mess. So let's clean it up a little bit, man. Let's clean it up a little bit. We do have the Oscar nominations. The Oscar nominations were announced. Oscar nominations were announced. And do y'all have any favorites? Do y'all have any movies or actors that y'all are rooting for in the Oscar nominations? We're going to kind of keep this real brief, but let's go through them so we'll know what movies we need to be looking out for and what actors that we may need to root for. And the 96th annual Academy Awards, which should be coming up very soon here. So we got Best Picture. Right, today, Tuesday announcements wasn't without its share of surprises, with no Best Director nomination for Greta Gerwig for the Barbie movie. She and Noah Baumbach were nominated for the movie's adapted screenplay, and no acting nod for the star Margot Robbie. You know, the fine blonde that played Barbie, who was also a producer for the Best Picture nominee. To say that I'm disappointed that they are not nominated in the respective categories would be an understatement, said Ryan Gosling, who was nominated for his role as Ken. So Barbie wasn't nominated, but Ken was, and the movie was about patriarchy. That's a coincidence. Anyway, past Oscar winner Leonardo DiCaprio, who starred in The Killers of the Flower Moon, also didn't receive an acting nod this year. But I don't think that role of Leonardo DiCaprio was Oscar nomination worthy, even though it was a great movie. Meanwhile, DiCaprio's co-star Lily Gladstone became the first Native American to be nominated for a Best Actress. And she also is following up her Emmy win for her role in The Killers of the Flower Moon. America Ferrera scored a Best Supporting Actress nomination for her performance in Barbie after she wasn't nominated for a Golden Globe. And Justin Triet became the 8th woman nominated for Best Director for Anatomy of a Fall. All right. But Oppenheimer was leading the pack with 13 nominations, followed by Poor Things with 11. So shout out to Christopher Nolan, the director of the World War II biopic Oppenheimer, which was an excellent movie. Y'all might want to check that out. But very long. It was very long. But I watched it about 3 times now. I like Christopher Nolan is actually one of my favorite directors. So let's get on to the nominees. Best Picture, American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. I personally have seen Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Barbie. I want to check out American Fiction, which is starring Jeffrey Wright. And I also want to watch maybe Maestro. And I heard a lot about Poor Things, so I want to kind of see that too. Best Actor, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo and Rustin, Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction. Jeffrey Wright and Coleman Domingo are the black folks that we're gonna root for in that category. Best Actress, Annette Bening in Nyad, Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan in Maestro, and Emma Stone in Poor Things. Best Supporting Actor, Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction, Robert De Niro, My Guy, and Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr., and Oppenheimer, and Ryan Gosling, who played Ken and Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo, who also played the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, that guy. And Poor Things. Best Supporting Actress, Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer. Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple. Okay, shout out Danielle. American Ferrera and Barbie. Shout out America. And Jodie Foster, the incomparable Jodie Foster in Nyad, and Davine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. Best Director, The Zone of Interest, Jonathan Glazer, Yorgos Lanthimos and Poor Things, Christopher Nolan and Oppenheimer, Martin Scorsese and Killers of the Flower Moon, one of my favorite directors as well, and Justin Triad and Anatomy of the Fall. That shit keep kicking my ass. I keep saying The Fall and it's A Fall. That shit is kicking my ass. Congratulations to all those that were nominated. Animated feature film, we'll be rooting for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in that one. I heard Elemental was pretty good as well. Just to scroll through real quick. Original song, I'm Just Ken from Barbie. That might win. What Was I Made For from Barbie? Yeah. Not too much else to report on, other than the fact that Oppenheimer did damn near get nominated for damn near everything, and Barbie and Poor Things. I might have to go check that movie Poor Things out. I've been hearing it's been getting a lot of nominations in all the award shows, so that might be worth to watch. So y'all know that we kind of just like to pay attention to the best picture part of the show, and so I personally like to make sure that I watch all the best picture nominees of the Academy Awards. I may not even watch the Academy Awards, but I know that I'm personally rooting for Oppenheimer, but I want to go watch American Fiction starring Jeffrey Wright once again, because that is about a black author who has a come up story. So yeah, man, that is our feel good part 2 of the Doja podcast with the Oscar nominations. Congratulations to all those that are nominated. Everybody that's nominated. Shout out to Killers of the Flower Moon, Scorsese, and Christopher Nolan with Oppenheimer though. Yeah. All right, so let's get back to the mess. Back to the mess, man. Okay, so first and foremost,